look up, then click the Academy button for free info on how to make huge money flipping houses.
All right, I'm Kimberly Yates. I'm with Century 21, been there 10 years, have a team of about 10 agents and clericals. I'm the #1 agent for Century 21 for the state of Georgia. You know, we've been top 10, top 20 across the nation over the last 3-4 years. Peter Vexelman had a connection in the area, being a successful investor in his coaching program. Working with Peter, you will be as successful as you want to be working with Peter. He is going to be there to answer your questions, to hold your hand, you know, in his coaching program. And there's not very many scenarios that he hasn't been familiar with. He is rock solid when it comes to his knowledge, and you know, he's always available. He takes his job very seriously. But again, you know, whatever an investor would want to put into the business, with Peter's help, you know, Peter will get him to the level that investor is looking forward.
Hey there, Peter Vexelman. Today I want to talk to you about a marketing technique and strategy that every one of you here can do. Now look, here's the thing I constantly hear people talk about marketing. Well, gosh, you got to pay for marketing, and Pete, you pay for marketing, and that's why you're doing, as many as 10 deals on a weekly basis. And I always tell people, and you've heard me talk about this before, yes, there's no question. There's a paid side and there's the non-paid side. And I've told you before, the real difference in the marketing between the paid and non-paid is the paid is it accelerates things, it speeds things up, it creates more consistency. But there's just as much value in the non-paid side. And look, I know for some of you listening to this video, some of you, as much as you want to do the paid side, you just can't afford it right now. You may be just getting started. You may not have the financial wherewithal to do that. Don't worry, you could make just as much money, be just as successful on the non-paid side. So today I want to talk to you about something that each and every single one of you can do, something that literally we did this for almost a couple years when we got started in this business, and that is door knocking. Yeah, I know you're thinking, door knocking? I'm way above door knocking. Well, you might be way above making millions of dollars too then. But I'm telling you, door knocking works. We've done it for literally a couple years when we got started in this business, and we made it was like our lifting force in this business. And this is what we would do. These are the lines we did, and here's the strategy we used. We'd go into areas where we wanted to do deals, and we literally knock on people's doors, and this is the line we'd use. We'd say something like this. I'm sorry to bother you. I'm a local real estate investor, and a friend of mine told me that somebody wants to sell a house right around this block area. They weren't sure which one, so this is literally a shot in the dark. Is it possible they were talking about your house? And then shut up. Listen to what they say. And so one or two things could happen. Every once in a while they actually said, well, yeah, I've been thinking about it. Okay, so there you go. That's a viable lead. More times than none, obviously 95% of the time, the answer was absolutely no. But here's the thing that'll make you more money than actually getting that property itself. Here was the next question that we always followed up with. Mr. Homeowner, do you know anybody they may have been talking about? Have you heard anything? This was an amazing question. This led us to more opportunities than you can imagine. Because there's the kind of answers we would get. Well, we actually had a little neighborhood cookout here a week or two ago, and Mary across the street, she did mention something about possibly selling. See, now you got a very easy way into Mary. Hey, Mary, Bob across the street told me you're possibly interested. You see what I mean? So if you commit to this strategy and technique of literally picking out certain areas, certain neighborhoods in your town, or areas where you want to do business, and do this kind of door knocking, I heard there might be a property for sale, and if it's not yours, have you heard of anyone else? You commit to this strategy for about 3 to 4 weeks, you'll create an incredible amount of leads, and an incredible amount of opportunities for you. It's a marketing strategy that worked many, many years ago when I got started. I know it works to this day, because we have some very successful people we work with that utilize it. And if you're not in the position to be spending money on marketing, no big deal. You could do this literally today, no matter where you are, what you're doing. Get committed to this strategy and generate yourself a ton of great leads. Hey, Peter Vexelman. So today, again, I want to talk to you about a subject I talk so often about, especially if you're implementing the wholesaling model, and that is the value of wholesalers in your market. Again, there's just really extreme examples of working with wholesalers. There's some people that absolutely refuse to use them, and there's some people that absolutely live off of them. And I want to give you an example in a market that we're going into that we're pretty much living off wholesalers. So if you're anywhere short of, you got to be using them, watch what we do with wholesalers and how you have to utilize your local wholesalers. So let me show you two deals we just did in the last 2 days here. One deal we made $7,500 on, and here's a second deal made $21,000 on. Okay, these were happen within a day or so of each other. Now, these were done in a Florida market. Now, interestingly enough, in a Florida market, we're all in on the wholesaler model. Meaning we have not, and we're just killing it in the Florida market. We're doing absolutely fantastic there. But interestingly enough, all the deals that we've done outside the retail deals we've done there, but on the wholesaling side, working with investors, we have not utilized any internal investors that we have. Meaning we have not wholesaled any of our properties in the Florida market to any investor that we ourselves have come up with. So we are 100% all in on working with local wholesalers. So the point being is this: it doesn't matter what city you live in, what part of the country you're in, there are individuals already doing this business. Do you have to develop your own internal database of investors? Absolutely. And we are actually in the process with our sales team of doing that in the Florida market. But at the same time, the quickest way to get your business up and running at any point, whether you're just getting started or you need an infusion into your business to get to those next couple levels, you got to connect with people that are already successful in this business, other wholesalers. Again, they are already spending the time, money, effort, energy developing these investor databases. Our local wholesaler there, his name is Obi. I mean, I love this guy to pieces. He's over the top. He hadn't been doing his business forever and ever, but he is coachable, he is teachable. So not only were we able to piggyback off what he has going on there, I'm actually working with him hand in hand and showing him how to accelerate his growth of his investor database. Because in a perfect case scenario, if Obi can move 600 of these in the next 12 months, we love it. Because Obi's out there, he's putting the signs out, he's doing the social network. You know, he and his wife are going to the networking meetings, you know, all the things that need to be done. So again, never, ever, ever underestimate the value of working with your local wholesalers. The other great thing is that other wholesalers in your market are sometimes even easier to find than developing your own investors. Because investors, you know, although they always want to be seen and noticed, they might not be out there all over the place. Guess what? The wholesalers, they're all over the place. I mean, they got flyers, they're on social media, they're all in your networking events. So you can identify, again, no matter what part of the country you're in, you can identify some local wholesalers within 24 to 48 hours, connect with them, and then start utilizing to move your deals.